afternoon for football here in Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike, I'm here all day.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
You can't block me. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And he's got his target. That's Moore. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. DJ Moore. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Lutz with the extra point. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. 56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Watch the slant. Hey, switch gears.
1st down, here's White. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. the prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 15 carries, 136 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title is definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls running to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. A first down carry for Barkley. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. Well, a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
From the 40 now on second down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Haskins on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And a quick throw here that's complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, Something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open. That makes things tough.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. DJ Moore with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And that was really just a great battle for that football on both sides. The result is a touchdown.
Ordinarily, I'd like to say it was a win-win, but it really wasn't because the defender, while he was there with excellent coverage, he didn't get the benefit, did he?
But he's not going to get chewed up in film session, right?
No, he was right there. They'll tell him, okay, of course you need to knock the ball away, but they won't be too upset with him. He did his job for the most part.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams, the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed, because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. It's caught left side by John Brown. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Rudolph. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's White. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run the draw play. This is White. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
65, 65, 65. Mike 55, Mike 55,
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Saquon Barkley gets around him. And some room to roam now. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. They've sort of epitomized balance. I mean, he's thrown the ball pretty well. They've run the ball well. Got to be pretty happy over on that sideline.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Yeah, now they'll be looking to add to their lead here in the second quarter.
We got double up, double up.
On play action, Haskins. He's going to look deep for more. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Haskins. Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. 15 yards on the play, first down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Haskins now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Barkley. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. You got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Haskins. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They'll run with Barkley. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 21st touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pull it on.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. To try again after the sack. Rudolph. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now a signal and a timeout call. As it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. The Rams on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the 50, it's Rudolph. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Let's go.
A final shot before the break. Rudolph. He'll fire a desperation throw for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He was looking that time for Stills. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
None of I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Calvin Ridley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. 1 play, touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, You need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So a jump there defensively.
That's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Opting to run again here with White. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now Rudolph on first down. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. It's complete to Brown, right side. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Here's Rudolph. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. This is Barkley. Levante David in on the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Come on, baby.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
53 is the mic.
From the gun, it's Haskins. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
We play to win. Let's go.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
To put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From just shy of midfield, Rudolph. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Rudolph. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Rudolph. And Beasley with it over the middle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So after the face mask, they get to start all the way up past the 35 now. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Anthony Brown there on the tackle. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take him like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Rudolph now to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Rudolph looking to throw it. On the left side, this is Stills. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end Njoku. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, Rudolph. It's caught. Stills, right side. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Again, it's Rudolph. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Rudolph on first down. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph trying to get it that time to Stills. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll run it again with Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Rudolph.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the left side, a catch by White. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Hey, Jet. Okay, baby. 90 Wolf.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and